Hello YouTubies, this is Joker Scribe and thanks for watching one of my most bodacious, amazing YouTube videos. Now, I've heard about this news about finding all 106 episodes of Doctor Who, the missing episodes, and every time I read it I'm like slapping myself across the face. I mean, really. Do you want me to tell you what the truth is? The truth is the BBC have those 106 episodes in storage somewhere in one of their warehouses, somewhere in their archives, and it's been there for years. They haven't just deleted the 106 episodes of Doctor Who. I mean, who would do that anyway? They've been there for years. They just realised they're just a bit difficult to find. At the time, nobody had been looking for them because the previous episodes of Doctor Who weren't that popular. Black and white. Nobody wants to watch black and white. So what did they do? Well, they just stored it somewhere just in case they need it for future use, and now they actually do. So when I was reading some of these stories, people getting really excited saying, "Oh, we'll never go find it." I tell you one thing, they'll go find every single one of them. They haven't just deleted those copies of Doctor Who. They don't delete everything they make, especially something like Doctor Who or TV series. They always have a storage somewhere in the world of every single thing they've done, including Doctor Who. And people actually come about and think, "Oh no, we've lost 106 episodes." You never actually lost them in the first place. This is all a publicity stunt, and I can guarantee that every single one of those episodes will be found. Now, I know what they're doing. I know that they just want to find out if somebody else has got them. So then they can actually say, well, this person hasn't been paying his TV license, he's got all the Doctor Who tapes. No, they just want to see if anybody can actually pick them up out of their own houses, which means they can actually say, oh, look, people have been supporting Doctor Who for years. It's a great publicity stunt. But they have those episodes in their own archives. I've known this for a long time. This is one of the reasons why I haven't even bothered actually mentioning it in the video. But it's getting a bit silly. I mean, I've seen people on YouTube, and some of my best mates actually on YouTube, and they're getting really worked up about the 106 episodes that's all missing from Doctor Who. Now the BBC are finding them in their own bloody archives. And that says a lot, doesn't it? Because they've always had them there. It's not like they're being missing, it's just that they're not being used. Why would they want to use old-fashioned black and white Doctor Who? This is one of the reasons why nobody has ever gone searching in those archives, because it's like a dusty old place. But they've got all sorts of things there. Now, it's something I didn't consider before, but after reading some of these stories, it's becoming pretty clear to me that this is all publicity stunt by the BBC. It's a very clever one, and they knew that they weren't showing these older Doctor Who videos or episodes on TV simply because they wouldn't be popular. Nobody would watch them. Only the die-hard Doctor Who fans would actually watch them at the time. So what does that mean? That means that they just stored them somewhere and more or less forgot about them. But now is the time to find them, and that's what they've done. If they can find 106 episodes of missing Doctor Who episodes that most people haven't watched, they think that they're just going to get a pat on the back by all the fans of Doctor Who and saying, "Oh, thanks, mate. You haven't bothered making many episodes this year, but at least you've come up with 106 episodes all by yourself. Thanks a lot, Moffat." It is the right thing to do. Of course it's the right thing to do, to look for the episodes that are missing, allegedly missing, but I have a feeling that those episodes were found a long time ago by Russell T Davies' team themselves, because they knew they were in the archive somewhere. And it's very clear that they say, "Oh, we delete a lot of stuff." No, they don't. Suddenly they say they delete something and it appears somewhere else. I mean, I've heard things like Supergram, that one where Billy Connolly used to sing on it. That's being deleted, and suddenly you find the old movies episodes somewhere else. That's a very old series. They never delete them. What they do, they just store them somewhere. Why would they want to delete something that's taken so much time to actually make? The biggest TV series in the world. And you can guarantee that the BBC will find these in time. They're looking very hard for them. So, you know, they do a bit of investigation, find out where all the storage went, and then just look for them. I mean, it can't be that difficult for the BBC to find them. But one person might ask, well, why have they not bothered showing them in the past? Well, it's kind of pretty obvious why they wouldn't show old rubbish episodes of Doctor Who. If the episodes are not that good, they're not going to bother showing them in the first place. They're so corny. You know, so some of the suits and all that just weren't that good. People will be laughing at them, but I think people now that they're more die-hard Doctor Who fans, you know, even myself, would be more interested in watching them. But I think in the past, you know, to be honest with you, I just didn't give a damn where they were. But people obviously do now, and you can guarantee that these monsters you all see are made like in a rubber duck sort of fashion, and not scary. It looks more like a theatre production, no special effects or whatever. But I mean, guys, come on, look through it. Do you really think that BBC have just deleted them? You know, just chucked them in the bin? They never do that, because they know they might have to refer to them later on. So they always store their stuff somewhere. Now, of course, there are certain things that are not really stored. Well, at least we assume they're not. But the BBC now have such a lot of storage. They can do it virtually now. They don't have to do it the way they did in the old days. And this is one reason why it went lost in the first place, by the way, because a lot of things are now stored virtually. In the past, it was on hard copies, you know, like tapes, cassettes, DVDs, and you know, the old reels, like the cinema reels, used to store on those sort of things. That's become more fashioned, which means that it takes a long time for them actually to look through all the DVDs and tapes somewhere in a warehouse, and you know, things do get mixed up. And you know, once they do that, it takes time, but they're there. The episodes, every single bloody one of those episodes are there in those warehouses somewhere. You can guarantee that, guys. So that it's not lost. Well, it is lost. It's sort of lost, and you know, but it's findable. They're not being chucked. It's just the way the BBC have changed the way they've done things. It's all virtual now. You know, they're not like storing it on like one of the VHS cassette tapes anymore. It's nothing like that, or the big cinema wheels, whatever they call it. They're not storing it on like that anymore. So you can guarantee that they will find it, but it might take them a little time to actually convert the DVDs, the old reels, into DVDs, into watchable things on the TV. But they're going to do it. So don't worry about it, guys. They found them already. Now, if you got some of the episodes, you know, the old episodes of Doctor Who, well, sure, you know, send the DVDs, or it's not going to be DVDs, send the VHS tapes to them. You know, charge them a little fee. You know, say, well, I'm giving you this, so what I want is, I don't want to pay the TV license ever again. Okay. I don't want to ever pay your TV license again. That's a good deal. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope you all enjoy Doctor Who. It's well, Vans, it's just a bit of a piss take, isn't it? You know what I mean? Anyway, thank you for watching, and goodbye for now.